Welcome back to MtnTown Detail, and as you can see, I've already coated a lot of this Mazda behind me. However, the hood I saved for last, and the main reason for that is I wanted to compare these two Cerakote coatings. So as you guys know, a few months ago, Cerakote released their ceramic coating version 1 and got some pretty horrible reviews. So they took it off market and then redid it. And this is actually the new formula now. So you have the old and then the new. I actually never tried out the old because after I heard that it was horrible, I was like, what's the point? I put it in my drawer and that was it. However, they sent me the new, so I'm like, well, it's a good time to compare these two. Like, how much better is the new one? Is it better than the old one, or is it just the same? That's something we're gonna find out. So I've already prepped the Mazda. I've coated pretty much everything. Like I said, the hood is not. So what I put on the rest of it is a coating that's not released yet. It'll be out later this year. But it's a good time to compare to see how good does it do against these two. Obviously, this isn't gonna work too good, I know that. However, I wanna see the main differences between these two. Like, how much better is the new one compared to the old one? So that's something we'll see over the next few months, because this is actually my wife's car. So I'll get to wash it and I'll film every wash that I do. And that way we can actually see how the coatings are reacting, what's going on with them, and how long do they last. So let's go ahead and get the hood ready. I'm not gonna tape it off or anything because I think she might get mad if she sees big tape lines down the hood, even though it's 3 different coatings. So what we're gonna do is actually, this line right here, like you probably can't see it, but there's a line. So straight up and down right here, we're gonna do the ceramic coating coming out later this year. We're gonna do the same coating on the same line work on this side of the hood. So the middle panels will be the old and new Cerakote. So let's go ahead and get these ready. We'll put them on. We'll see what happens. All right, so like I said, so this line right here, we're gonna go up and down the best we can and coat it with the coating coming out later this year. So we're just gonna prep the pad a little bit, put this away. I'm just gonna go straight up here. And then obviously, I know that these coatings are gonna overlap just a tad, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. For the majority of this, you'll be able to tell what's going on. Plus, whenever it fails or whenever one of them fails, I'm just gonna basically take it off anyways and then reapply what I'm applying right now to the whole hood evenly. All right, we'll go ahead and do the other side. I really like this coating. It goes on smooth and easy. And the nice thing about it is you can really do like a whole side of a car, well, whole side of like this car, without actually coming back and leveling everything out. So it has a long work time, which is really nice. All right, so we have the mystery coating applied and it is running like right in here. So it leaves basically this middle part of the hood for the Cerakote coating. All right, it's been about 5 minutes now, so we're gonna go ahead and take this off. I've got my Rip and Rag Ultra from the rag company here. Let's go ahead and level this off. This comes off like butter, it really does. And also I hate coating white cars, but I like white cars, so it's a little weird. But I can't really see the coating as well in white cars, as you know, so I personally just don't like it as much. So I'm gonna have this, after we're all done, we're gonna let this cure for 24 hours, and then we'll come back and watch the initial water behavior. And we'll see if anything's any different and how everything looks. Also, shout out to Detailer Society for this shirt. They actually did my custom air fresheners too for MtnTown Detail. Not bad pricing. I think 100 is like $1.99, so it's like $2 a piece, but I mean, obviously I didn't pay that. I got a discount, and I think he's doing a lot of discounts because it's a new company anyways. So I think you can get, 100 for like $150 right now or something. All right, mystery coating is done. Let's get to the Cerakote. All right, the first Cerakote coating we're gonna use the old one, so it's the black one. They did include a applicator. So since it is black and orange, we're gonna use the black for the black, and we'll use the orange for the frosted bottle. That way we can, tell them apart and whatnot. I don't know how to smell it. Well, it comes out like water, that's for sure. The mystery coating is a little bit, I don't know, it doesn't come out like water. And this doesn't smell very strong either. So I did tape a little bit, that way I have a little guideline of where I need to go. And geez, it really does. This stuff, it's super slick going on, but it honestly doesn't, I don't know, it's weird. It doesn't feel like anything, which I don't know if that makes sense, but like it feels really, really weird. It really feels like water. Or I guess it feels super thin. I guess I should say that. Also, this hood is actually a newly painted hood because my wife hit something, so it's a little rough, honestly. I didn't do a complete correction on it because, well, I didn't really feel like it, but I did a good enough job to get it to where I needed it to be for this. So we're gonna let it sit for a minute and see if it flashes out. I mean, I feel like it's like really raised like right now, but not really flashing yet. I feel like if I wiped it off right now, it would just be all smeary. So we'll let it sit for a few minutes. All right, so it's been a few minutes and it's starting to sweat pretty good. It's sort of starting to bead up, and I think that's what I read. So let's just go ahead and knock this down. See what happens. Yeah, it actually, it looked like it wasn't going to come off super easy. I thought it would be super oily, but not. The stuff came off really easy. But like I said before, it just doesn't feel thick. Like it doesn't feel like it does much because it's super thin. Like the mystery coating, like it was thicker. Like it felt like it was actually coating the vehicle, and this one felt like water. but it is the old version. Maybe the new version's better. Yeah, I don't know. Not super slick either. Oh well, let's move on. Okay, new coating. Let's see how this is. I have high hopes. I mean, when you take something off the market to fix something that was, just released, you would hope that they would have it fixed on the second go around, right? I do have to say that this did come out a little bit thicker, but I mean, really it wasn't a lot. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels thicker for sure, but nothing compared to the mystery coating that's on the rest of the car. This still feels very watery, like I don't know, like wet, really watery wet. And like I said before, obviously I'm crossing over into the other sections, but that's all right. We'll just see a difference probably in those little areas. Maybe we won't. So this one, it's acting the exact same way as the other did. Honestly, this one feels like it's a little quicker flash because it's starting to sweat more than the other one did. Let's let it sit 2 minutes like I did the other one. All right, it's been 2 minutes and this one has dried a lot quicker than the other one. Like this one's like super dry already. I guess I should have took it off a little quicker, but I really wanted it to wait the 2 minutes like the other one. I mean, it's not like it's difficult, but it's pretty dry. I mean, it came off pretty easy, but it just feels dry. So this is what I can tell by just touching it. Mystery coating, it's very velvety, so it's like slick and velvety. The old, honestly, it doesn't feel like much at all. Yeah, it honestly barely feels like it's even there. Hence why I got such a bad rep, or initially, I guess. But as I'm bringing my finger over and I hit the new side, this is very slick. I mean, well, it's pretty slick. But the mystery coating feels more velvety. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but it just feels like it's a stronger bond in a way. I don't know if you guys can feel that, but when I try a different coating, I can usually feel how the bond is by the touch. It just has like a feel to it, but it is applied. So now it's a waiting game to see how they do. So I'm going to let it sit 24 hours. Tomorrow evening, I'm going to see the initial water behavior on the hood. So see you guys tomorrow night or right now. All right, it's been 24 hours, so it's time to check out the initial water behavior of all three of these coatings. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna spray it down. We'll see how it reacts just to like a garden hose type sprayer. I might hit it with a pressure washer. We'll see in a second. Okay, remember, so right here we have the coating that's not released yet. We have the old Cerakote in this area, the new Cerakote this area, and then we're back with the unreleased coating on this side. I'll bring you in for a closer look too, but we'll get an overall view right here real fast. So let's see how they look. Well, they're all three doing great. I would say, well, to be honest, they all three for the most part look the same. I would say probably the unreleased coating has a lot more like micro beads and like it's sitting still, but then it's a different part of the car too than these two. These two panels have like a little bit larger of a water bead, and then the unreleased side seem to have a tighter, smaller water bead. So it is a different type of behavior for sure. But without a wash, they're all three falling right off. So I guess we'll see after the first wash and we'll see how they're holding up. Well, I'm pretty excited to see how all three of these do. Of course, initial reaction, they seem very similar to each other. Of course, that's pretty much the point of any. I could probably put a spray coating on there and it would act the same. So it'll be fun to see and fun to watch how they progress in the future months. So first wash we'll do in a few weeks, and we'll see how they're hanging on and holding up. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, go check out detailersociety.com for your custom air fresheners. They have some pretty cool gear too. And then, like this video, subscribe if you haven't. And until next time, guys, keep enjoying the mountains, and I'll catch you on the next one.